Moshiach, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's just say a story, yeah? We're going to say a story how COVID ended in Israel. So, once upon a time, there was this big virus, and the government made a law that only 30 people are allowed into a room to gather for social gatherings, and they all have to be 3 feet apart, and they all have to wear masks for their own protection. And there was a gathering of 30 people, and they were all social distanced, and they all had masks, and they were all in the hall listening to a man tell them about how glorious and great the government is. And they had slides with pictures of the flag of the glorious empire that was and telling worrying for their lives. And the meeting was exactly according to the law for their own safety and protection. There was only 30 people in the room. All of them were social distancing. There was extra precautions to make sure more people don't go into the room. So the door was locked, and there was a guy with a table and a chair near the door, and he was in charge of making sure no more people came in. And then 5 cops popped up all together, not socially distancing, but they had masks on, all with their hands on their guns, and they told the guard that they want to go in. The guard told them that the law says that if more people go in, then they can all die from the virus, so he can't let them in. The police pushed the guy aside. They busted open the door. They went into the room, and at that moment, all 30 people turned around and went, "No, no, 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 no," as they took their last breath and fell all dead on the floor. The news came to report on the scene and to explain how the police went against the laws, and they broke into a place that already had maximum capacity of people, and because of them, all the people that were there all died instantly. But because the police have spent so many years working for the great regime, they're going to be dropped of all charges. This story, in one word, is the government can go itself. But what I'm trying to say with this is obviously this story doesn't exist, and obviously this story cannot happen because the virus has not even been medically categorized. So how can you claim to have a cure to something that's not medically categorized yet? Like, I don't know what the problem is, but I already have the solution. That doesn't work, right? Um, Obviously, we know that the social distancing laws and the mask laws are all not science. They're not scientifically proven. And obviously, we know that with a little bit of vitamin C, vitamin D, and just keeping healthy in general, a person could live a healthy life. And the vaccines are very, very dangerous. They have very low liability. And this, according to the Joseph Paul of Watson's research, based on the numbers on the CDC and official sources, he has accumulated the information that basically says that the chance that someone's going to die because someone else gave him COVID-19 is 1 in 30 million, according to what we have now, according to the information that's right now available. And the chances that someone's going to get a side effect or die because of the vaccines is 1 in 30 people or less. So there's a bigger risk taking the vaccine than there is getting COVID-19. You have a better chance of winning the biggest prize lottery ticket right now, which I don't even recommend doing because I don't gamble, right? But you have a bigger chance of winning the biggest lottery ticket prize right now than giving COVID-19 to someone else and them dying. In any case, I think I'm preaching to the choir at this point because the older generation is not open to hear this There are people that are just, no, let's just do what the government says. What they don't understand is that the government doesn't have brakes. We are the government's brakes, and if we don't stop them from abusing their power, no one will. These are people that are, the people on top are the people that are pushed by money and power. That's their end game, and human sacrifice. Look, we've seen historically, kings took their citizens to wars. They always survived. If someone survived in the war, it was the king. If he was strong enough to survive in the fight, so he would fight, and then he would run away the second he saw he was about to lose. Not many kings died on the battlefield while the other half of their army was still alive because they were fighting for a cause that's bigger than him, and he was just leading them. Well, welcome Donald Trump to the scene. That's what's happening now. The United States, right now, the military, the president, and the people are now about to flush and mop out the entire swamp, all the corruption. And with that, they're going to bring a new era of sanity, normalcy, laws that make sense. And Trump is going to continue doing what he did, which is, for every new law that comes out, he's going to throw a bunch of old laws in the garbage. He's going to cut regulation, allow the growth and the sanity of humanity to return. And to all those who think that I'm a conspiracy theorist or that I'm talking nonsense, then it's because you get your news from the mainstream media. You have a TV at home and you actually believe what the TV says. What you don't understand is that in order to put anything on the TV, you have to pay millions and millions of dollars. And the whole TV, according got also the news and also the updates, everything is paid for and for profit. The governments right now are acting as a advertisement agency for the vaccine agenda. They're using everything at their disposal, including fear-mongering, intimidation, and so on, in order to sell the vaccine. But it's all an advertisement. And at the end of the day, it's up to you. Peace. May we not need to fight in order to explain ourselves and in order to be left alone. And may those who follow blindly at least make sure you're following the correct leadership. Don't follow your government. Don't follow big pharmaceutical companies. Don't follow the mainstream. Follow stupid people like me, and I will take you to the promised land. Peace.